Get ready to rock, America.
It's the Smith and Milano podcast, brought to you by Treehouse Comedy Production. Here's R.C. Smith and Lou Milano.
We're here. I am here, at least. Hey, it's Lou Milano. R.C. Smith is away. He's in Florida, or America's sad penis. Or it looks, sometimes it could be like distended testicles, it looks like, with no penis, which would be weird. Because you could get aroused still with testicles. You'd a sensation of arousal, but on America, there's no penis if Florida is the testicles. So you just get really warm in the pants and confused if you had those testicles, I guess. I don't know. Listen, I consider doing today's show by myself, which I'm more than capable of doing, I think, even after that last piece. But I'm in an angry mood because I was in the car all morning and people have pissed me off. And I'm doing this on a Sunday by myself while RC's in Florida tanning his ass or whatever he's doing. And our other partner is playing, racquetball, which is super awesome if you have a time machine and someone to play with. So we're doing a best of. This is the best of the first 15 weeks of the Smith and Milano experience. So hopefully I've chosen the right segments. I'm not going to jump in and tell you every fucking 5 seconds that this is a best of. You're adults. You've been told. So some of the stuff may not be topical, but it is the best of what we've done when it was top. Is everybody following what I'm saying? All right, let's just start with One More from the Road.
Here's One More from the Road.
All right, so One More from the Road was really written for you. The feature was based on you.
Yeah.
But
you sold yourself short because you didn't think that you had any experiences going out on the road. Yet you leave your house every day.
Right.
You go to places, you go to events. You're not necessarily doing stand-up as I do, but you do you're in social situations.
So that's my road.
So it counts you. That's your road.
So I was on the road, and as we talked about, I believe in episode 3, titled, what was it titled? Oh, The Special.
Right.
No, it was episode 3.
It was The Special, right.
Yeah. We talked about the Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather
By the way,
fight.
both of us were completely wrong.
Yeah.
About our predictions.
Absolutely. Way off.
Not even close.
Wait, it was a great fight, by the way.
Yeah, it was good from what I saw.
I mean, like, entertaining.
Okay, yeah.
And 10 rounds is way more than anybody thought.
Right, exactly. Because I said 3, and you said...
I think I said 5.
5, something like that.
5 or 6.
Right.
He'd have to knock him out to win the fight.
Right.
So anyway, I go to this party to watch the fight. And I was so excited. My Irish was all up. I'm very excited about this.
Did you dress like McGregor? Did you wear like these like gaudy pants and like a fur coat and no shirt?
No, but you know what? I have that look. I kind of look like him. Only
you do a little
fat.
bit. You do a little bit.
Yeah.
Right.
So one guy said that to me at a bar one night, and then the guy next to him was like, "Yeah, you just wish you had his body and his money." And I was like, "Can you just let the fucking guy make me feel good for 5 seconds?" Like he didn't skip a beat.
I think he thought his friend was hitting on you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he was pissed about that.
He was trying to cock block his friend.
Just cut it out.
Listen. You told me the same thing when we met. You told me that I looked like the fighter. All right, but now he looks like the fighter. I'm the fighter.
Yeah, he turned to his friend. You told me I look like Vladimir Klitschko. Is that your opening line?
What if guys were like women and got jealous like women?
Oh,
Would that
man.
be the best? We have to do that
I
sometime.
don't know that it would be the best. What, jealousy?
Yeah.
An entire jealousy
We'll have
episode?
to do a whole jealousy about if men were like women. That'd be great.
So my buddy Tyrone walks into this party.
Jewish guy.
Yeah, absolutely. So Tyrone walks in. I haven't seen Tyrone in I don't know how long. We're at my buddy Joey's house, okay? And then there's a bunch of other buddies there that I haven't seen in a long time. We're all coming together for this thing, okay? And he didn't waste any. You know when somebody like you know they're trying to make an impression,
right?
Because I barely got a chance to say hi to him, and he's like, "Guys, I got a joke," and I'm like, "Oh,
because he's trying to show you that he's a funny guy too."
Well, he is. He's a funny guy,
right?
But he's also a nice guy, which is why this crumbled on him so hard. I got a joke, guys, and
how many people are in the room?
Well, we're in two. What's there? It's a big open floor plan.
All right, so there's a
nice
crowd.
big house.
There's
big
a crowd.
Yeah,
okay.
I want to say there's 20 people in the house.
Okay, I've done shows for less.
Yeah, we're exactly. So have I with Donnell Rawling, 4 Brown Axelrod at Treehouse Comedy Productions. My father and my mother. That was it.
Oh my God!
But by the way, Donnell did a great job.
I'm sure.
Like, the show's a show.
Yeah,
he drank a lot more than he would have, but neither here nor there. So the open floor plan, and you have people in the kitchen, and people. We're seated in the living room area. I got a joke, guys. All right, Tyrone's got a joke. So he goes. Asian guy goes to the ophthalmologist. You know the joke. You don't have to finish it. I'll finish it, but everybody knows it. So right away, I'm like, you can't be telling this old uncle joke.
Right.
This Jackie the Joke Man Martling joke. Asian guy goes to the ophthalmologist. The ophthalmologist says, you have a cataract. And he says, no, I drive a Lincoln Continental.
Right.
Funny joke.
Great joke.
It's a classic. It's
been around
old
forever.
Standard.
Forever.
But he turned, and as he's delivering the punchline, he sees this Asian lady. And he melted down.
Wow.
Because he's a nice guy. He sat down. He was so embarrassed. He's like, I can't look over there. I will not look over there. I'm like, just look. I'm sure she doesn't care. The best part is this asshole decides to text an apology the next morning. So he reached out to my buddy Joey, who owns the house.
Right.
Got the number of the lady. Text the apology.
So this was eating him alive the whole night.
Eating him alive. Because he's a good person.
Right. He's a really nice guy.
Yeah, give him credit for that.
Right. Which neither of us would do.
Never.
Ever.
Not in a million years.
Never apologize for a joke. Ever.
Or don't see, you're never going to see the people.
Right. You hope not.
In all likelihood. So he texts the apology, and the husband broke his balls, I guess, from what my buddy Joey says, for at least, a few hours that afternoon.
Oh, that poor guy.
Making him think that his wife was so offended by this.
That's funny.
The best. It was so much fun. At one point, I had left. I walked out to smoke a cigarette, and I come back in, and things had settled down.
Right.
The racist joke situation had simmered, and everybody's calm. And I go, say, anybody know some good jokes?
Wow. So you're an instigator. You're a troublemaker.
You're a
troublemaker.
Yeah, Woody Woodpecker.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
The Watley episode.
Yeah. Yeah. The parade.
So I walk. So I did that thing, and then at one point, him and I are sitting next to each other, and he goes, "What can you do to help me?" And I go, "What are you talking about?"
Don't ever open with an old joke.
Yeah.
Write your own material.
So that was fun.
That's great.
And we're still having fun with it.
See, that's a party. That's a party. When there's one person who is made to feel like shit, the whole party, that's a party right there.
And the takeaway from the entire night was not this fight.
No.
Which was a 3-ring circus.
Right.
It was Tyrone made this Asian joke and felt terrible about it.
To the majority of the people, 20 people didn't care. They didn't give a shit. But
Nobody.
But he felt bad. That's awesome.
Hey, I'm back. Yes, now's a good time to jump in and tell you about our amazing, amazing sponsors. First of all, Treehouse. By the way, this is now, okay? I'm back in the present. This is a topical read for TreehouseComedy.com with locations all over New England. And here are the upcoming shows for Treehouse Comedy Productions. Jimmy Tingle are going to be doing a show December 2nd at the Fairfield Theater Company in Fairfield, Connecticut. Very funny, man. Also December 2nd at Bobby V's. That's the Windsor Locks, Connecticut location. You can see the genius, the brilliant Bob Nelson. He is a very, very funny guy. He's actually been on my other radio show many, many times. So Bob Nelson, December 2nd. I want to also remind you that there's a Treehouse Comedy Showcase on the 2nd in Westport. What does that mean? The showcase means usually more comedians at a less expensive price. You get more comedians for your comedy dollar. Yes. And now that I look at this, that's the case. There are many funny comedians. Chris Sire, Giancarlo Biandino, Izzy Furlow, Joe Reddington, Craig Taylor, Richie Hector, Andrew Manning, and it's all hosted by the very funny, big-titted Peaches Rodriguez. I like Peaches. She's very cool. She was nice to me one time, so I'm glad I got to repay the favor by talking about her breasts here in her plug. That is December 2nd, the Treehouse Comedy Showcase. Let me click back. And again, that is at the Treehouse Comedy Club in Westport. That's the Bistro B. And December 30th, for Treehouse Comedy. You got Vincent Pastore of The Sopranos. I kid you not. Big Pussy from The Sopranos. Going to be with Goomba Johnny and Tony Liberati. And let's see here. Tickets just $25 for that. You can get them in advance at treehousecomedy.com. So there you go, treehousecomedy.com, our title sponsor. We also want to thank Guitar Hanger in Brookfield, Connecticut. If you have music needs, if you're a needy fucking music person, you need pedals and amps and guitars, they have custom-made guitars. They have brand-name guitars. They can fix your guitar. They have bass. They have drums. They have, you could rent an instrument for your kid for school. I did that for my kid. I got him a cello. I'm not kidding. My son wanted to play a cello. So now it's in my bedroom so he doesn't break it and I don't have to pay for it because we're renting it. So you could do all that crap at guitarhanger.com. If you are close to Brookfield, Connecticut, you could obviously old school it, get in the car and drive over there. But anything a musician needs, you can find at guitarhanger.com.
Start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff.
This is The Five with Smith and Milano.
Houston, Atlanta, roll program.
5 topics, all funny shit. Here's number 1.
When we're recording this, we're a day off of the solar eclipse. Now, so much hype and excitement around this, RC. Weren't you excited for the solar eclipse?
Being kind of a space geek, I was a little bit of excited.
Me too. I'm one of those. Yeah. An astronomy guy. You just like the sky.
I like and space and stars. And my dad,
celestial.
My dad was into that, and so he got us hooked on it. And I was young enough to remember the man on the moon landings, and I saw satellites orbiting over, and so I was into it. So I was kind of excited about it since the last real one hadn't happened since 1918.
Okay.
So,
1979.
No, the
real one.
The last.
What does that mean?
Where the entire country got to see the eclipse was in 1918. The one in 1979, only 5 states got to see it.
I understand.
Yeah,
now
so this is the last one that, and I was such a dick on Facebook today because some woman said,
"Well, you're always a dick on Facebook." To be clear,
this woman said, "Well, I'm not going to watch it because I remember the last one. It's when my kids were born." So I said, "Your kids were born in 1918." And then I said, which you should never say to a woman, "How old are you?"
And I don't like dry cereal, but I like oatmeal.
So anyway, I was psyched about it.
Right.
And even though where we were in New York, we saw it looked pretty good. There were parts in the other parts of the country that saw beautiful things. But the thing that pisses me off are, first of all, the people that like the woman I just talked about. I'm not going to watch it. Ugh, ew.
Right.
All this hoopla over a fucking eclipse. Why? What a waste of time.
Same woman who takes 65 pictures of her cats a week.
Well, here's the problem.
Lasagna that she ate at the shittiest restaurant around the corner from her house.
How self-absorbed do you have to be to post on social media?
That you're not going to do something.
Pictures of you looking at the eclipse, but no actual pictures of the fucking eclipse itself. So
wait, back it up.
How self-absorbed.
She took a selfie of herself.
Tons of people did. Not just her.
Of them looking at...
pictures of them with the glasses looking at the eclipse.
Oh, God.
But there's not one picture of the eclipse. It's all about them looking at this amazing, once-in-a-lifetime natural phenomena created in the heavens just for our viewing pleasure. But all we see is their fat-ass round faces with those paper glasses looking up. Like they're looking into something. So how self-absorbed do you have to be? You're more important than the eclipse.
So the understanding was not only could you not look at it, you had to have special glasses, but you couldn't photograph it without ruining your camera in many cases.
That's what they said.
Right. So people instead took a picture of themselves looking at the thing with the stupid glasses.
And honestly, the picture could have been taken at any time. I could have taken a picture a week ago of me wearing glasses and then
just sit in your living room, wear Ray-Bans by the window.
Bathtub, wearing my eclipse glasses.
The thing was, I'm like you. I love celestial events. I love astronomical things. I love looking up at the sky. I'm in awe of what's above us. I think it's a reminder every day that there's something way bigger than us that doesn't involve Facebook or cats or lasagna.
Right.
Or cats that love lasagna, or Garfield,
or lasagna made out of cats.
So I was hyped about this thing, and I went outside like 2 minutes after it started. So it was supposed to start at 1:23,
right?
Finish around 4 o'clock.
Yeah, you had like an hour and a half
Right.
with the peak being about